Thank you for tuning in today. I'm Monty from Monty's Magic, and this video is part of my series on how to finger palm a coin. In this particular video, we'll be discussing finger clips, different ways to clip a coin. So let's get started. In this video, we're going to cover finger clips, how to clip a coin. Clipping a coin is basically taking a coin and just clipping the edge of it between your fingers like this. Now, don't tell anybody that because that's a secret, okay? But no, actually, it's just basically clipping a coin like this between your fingers. We can take the coin and any place you clip a coin in your fingers is considered a finger clip. You'll find magicians clip it here. They'll clip it a little further back here. I very frequently clip between these two fingers here. I'll show you some couple of really good examples with this particular clip later on. Magicians will clip it between their two fingers here. A thumb palm is actually a form of a clip, although it's usually referred to as a thumb palm, but you can think of it as a clip too. You may be clipping it as here or in an actual thumb palm position, which would be more here. They will sometimes clip on the back of a thumb palm, which is a way to show your hands empty. It's not unusual at all. Matter of fact, very, very common to clip on the back of the hand like this with your fingers. If you occasionally see a little piece of a little shine of the silver from the coin come through, all you have to do is simply just gesture like this, and that will hide that, and it just makes it look like you're hiding your hands as empty in the gesture. A lot of times you'll see magicians just trying to hold their hand rigid. That's really not the best way to do it. The better way would be to use some kind of form of natural gesture like this, whether you're clipping here or just some kind of gesture in it is a much, much better way than just trying to show your hand empty this way. Again, on the back clip, you can clip any fingers. It doesn't matter where. No matter where you want to clip it or which fingers. My pinky finger's a little short, so usually if I'm back clipping on my pinky, I do it further here. But if you got a little longer clip finger, of course you can clip it way up at the end like that. That's basically what a clip palm is. So let's talk a little bit about how it's used. A finger clip is basically used for three things. There are hundreds of things you can do with it, or thousands even, but they really all boil down to basically three things. One, you take it and use it to conceal a coin. So, or any item. I'm using coins as the example today, but actually it can be any item. But they'll use a coin to conceal, use a clip to conceal. That's where this kind of gesture comes in. I might do something like that, which is actually a clip. Frequently, you'll see me take a coin, clip it, and gesture to the other hand. That's a form of concealing it. I'll even sometimes clip a coin like this and hide it under the other hand while I'm stroking or rubbing the hand. In the end of this video, I'll give you two examples of how I use it. A clip to do both vanish and reproduce a coin or produce a coin. But so we would use it to vanish. A common vanish is just simply be to show the coin. You would show it towards the audience like that. And then maybe bring it up to your face like this, blow on it, and move it to a back clip like this. And now you can show your hand completely, apparently empty, but of course it is clip palmed on the back of the hand. So basically you would just display the coin, blow on it, toss the coin up in the air. I'm doing it at an angle, so it's real hard to see. But basically you would blow on it like this, toss it up in the air, and it's gone. Okay, gesture, whatever you want. The basic moves for just a simple vanish of a coin would be to do like this, Open up, the coin is gone. Curl it back, you can transfer it there, and now the coin is back. Slow motion, take the coin, display the coin, curl it back like this, curl it back out to display it again. I frequently use this little finger right here, my ring finger, to push it up to a display position when I bring the coin back. Okay, so the basic three things that a clip is used for is to hide a coin or anything, hide some object, to vanish a coin or some other object, or to reproduce or produce a coin or some other object. No matter what you use it for, it really pretty much usually boils down to those three things that you're actually doing with it. So if you learn those three basic concepts, you pretty got a clip mastered. We'll try it again with another object. This time I'll use something every magician's familiar with. We'll use a sponge ball. I frequently will clip it between these two fingers here, but the sponge ball you can clip just like you can a coin, between any different items like that. Clipping is an actually very good way of concealing a sponge ball. As you can see, it hides it quite well. You can clip again with any fingers, thumb clip like that, or thumb palm. I will sometimes do the back clip with the sponge ball, where I take it just like I did with the coin earlier, is I roll it through my fingers like this. I get it into the clip position, and I just simply open my hand, and it looks like the coin, like it's completely gone. And if I worry a little bit, same thing like with the coin, if I see a little bit of flash there, I would just cover it like this. Now, when you're clipping something larger like this, your angles become a lot worse. You got to be very, very aware of your angles. This is true with any clip and any object, because a clip, the items tend to stick out further, and like in the case of a sponge ball, or bigger like this. So when you're clipping, you can see as we roll it, see how quickly it becomes visible. And same thing if you roll it back the other way. Okay, or if they're seeing a side view of it. For example, very, very quickly it becomes visible like this. So you have to be very concerned about the angles when you're clipping. The same thing is true if you was clipping a coin. If you see it like this, you'll see the angles don't look very bad, okay? But you don't have to turn it much until it starts becoming visible. So you have to be very, very careful with the angles. Very important with a clip. We'll try it for this camera over here so you can see it a little bit. Okay, notice if I turn just a little bit, it very quickly becomes visible, no matter which direction I turn. Let's do our first example, which is the pivot move. I do this one a lot on stage, but it is very angle sensitive, so you have to be very careful what type of stage you do it on, when you do it. You can do it on a deep stage easily with a narrow audience. If you have a house that is really wide, especially the front rows are wide, then you have to worry about the people on house right or house left, or if you're more familiar with the stage terms, stage right and stage left. And you also have to be very careful if you've got extreme tiered seating, where some seats are much higher than the others. Great example is where you really can't use it is if you have like balcony seats, where you've got some seats on the floor and some in the balcony. Can't use a clip, a back clip, or this pivot move at all there. And you have to be careful with any clip that you're using to conceal a coin or conceal anything in that type of product. But let's get started with the basic the clip move I use. Here's the example of it again, so you can see what it looks like, where you basically just reveal a coin. You show both sides of your hand empty and snap your fingers and produce the coin. So here's the moves I used to do it, and I'll do them strictly from exposed views here so that you can see them. But so just remember, you always have to keep the angles away from the audience. I start off displaying the coin like this so they can see it displayed. I curl the fingers, put it into a back clip position like that between my first and second finger. Now here's the first hard pivot move. You curl the hand way down and you twist it around like that. Now you bring the fingers back in and I set it into a thumb palm position here. Okay, now when I curl them back around again, and I'll try and do it, I grab it here like this, tuck it up into there, show the hand's empty, and then you can curl in and reproduce a coin. That's one way. Another way is to, like this, curl down, bring it around. I balance it here just a minute, okay, and drop it into a finger palm position like this, kind of a half between a finger palm and a clasp palm, where I'm just really just palming it with one hand. I snap my fingers. Now the important thing here is just show them an angle where you're snapping them, and people just automatically think if you're snapping your fingers, it looks your hand's empty. But actually I'm palming it like this, snap like that, and now it's just a matter of dropping the coin out and reproducing it. So that's basically the pivot move. And the hard part of the pivot move is the clip part, where again, let's see, I'll try it for this camera over here. You just curl it in like that, you bring it back, you curl down, you bring it up, drop it into thumb clip or thumb palm, and there you go. So now you show both sides of the hand empty. Okay, you display the coin, audience is over here. So now you're showing your palm empty, like this. You curl down your palm, you're still showing your palm empty, and now you're showing the back of your hand empty here, and as you drop it in the thumb clip, then you completely open up. And if you're in a real tight edge grip with your thumb, you can actually leave your thumb open a little bit here, and it looks like your thumb is free and not doing anything. That's the pivot move using the clip. If you like that kind of moves, it's well worth it, but man, it does take a lot of practice, and unfortunately can only be used in certain stages. But if you work in that kind of conditions or are trying to, it's well worth it. Beautiful move. Hope you enjoyed that one. Let's try a vanish and a reproduction with a coin. And this is one that I do all the time. The nice thing about it is you can do it with any size audience. You can do it close up, which I really like to do. And you can do it for a large audience too. I've done it easily for an audience of as many as 100 people, and it works very nicely. You start by displaying the coin, and the way I display the coin in this particular move is I just balance it on my fingers here like this. Now the nice thing about it is it's actually a retention vanish. If you take a coin and turn it over like this, back like that, every time the coin makes a revolution, or actually a half revolution, no matter where you're standing, you'll get one shiny flash of the coin. Because it's moving, that flash is very brief, very temporary. Well, that's the whole concept of a retention vanish. So if you take a coin like this, I'll start off in a balanced position, and you take it and you move it to a clip like that, they'll get one flash of the coin. So let's use it for a vanish. We'll take the coin, we start it off like this, and I just roll it, what looks like I'm rolling it down into the hand. These fingers follow the row like this, and the coin vanishes, and I can show the hand empty. it's still in clip palm, still in a finger clip. So, but I can show it empty. So if I take the coin and I balance it like this on 2 fingers, I brace my hands over it, I clip. As I turn this over, I roll up like that, and then I just simply pull the hand out and curl the fingers in. So from an exposed view, it would look like this. We take the coin, clip it, curl it out, point, and it's right there. So there's, boom, the vanish. And the nice thing is we can take it a step further and we can show both hands empty. This was all done with a clip. And you can take it one step further, and if you take and rub the back of the hand like that, you actually reproduce the coin. Okay, let's break that down. Balance the coin, roll it into a clip palm, bring it out, and as I open the fingers here, I'll do them slow, I take the clip here and just tuck it right under my hand there. I've seen both palms completely empty. And if you want, you can curl it back in, show this hand like that, and bring it back. That's up to you. But now, if I take and I roll this hand, I'll try and give you an exposed view, and roll it in, I took it out of the clip right there by just keeping it between the 2 fingers, and I roll on around. Now I just kind of push it up into the palm position of this one. I'm not actually palming it though, I'm just curling the hand around it. So now it's all loaded again, and now comes the production. Just do your magic any way you want. Doesn't really matter. Open your hand and the coin is back. Okay, here's how it's done with the sponge ball. I take the sponge ball, I display it, not actually balancing it in the hand. I'm using the thumb to hold it because they're so light. I bring this finger up like this, clip it, bring it under the hand like that, and back. So I'm taking it like this, clipping it, curling it in like this, setting it underneath the hand like that, showing both hands empty, bringing it back, curl the hand over, and there it is. Now you can display it. I hope you've enjoyed these. Thank you again for tuning in. If you have enjoyed them, found them useful, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hope to see you again in the next video. Hit the like button so you always get new information. And please leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you have to say.